What's up, geeks and gamers? My name is Draymond, and welcome to Thorium Gaming. We're back with episode 3 of Light of the Asur, where we are trying to defend Ulthuan and the Great Vortex from the forces of evil, or the other misguided forces of good who want to do their own thing to the Vortex, but it's not the way we want to do it. So, we have started expanding. We are at war with Kaldor, which pains me greatly. My favorite sub-faction of the High Elves. And we are also at war with Safri. We are trying to capture the Shrine of Azuran, but looking at it, we only have archer units really and a Flamespire Phoenix. Now the Shrine of Azuran itself has Phoenix Guard and a Phoenix guarding it. Phoenix guarding. Nice! Because they have the structure, the Sacred Flame of Azuran. So we don't want to necessarily engage with this small of a force. So Sunshine, we are going to get you to withdraw for now. We're still going to do that fight. I'm just going to wait until you're reinforced. So you can sit there and wait for a minute. Of course, I'm on my way to reinforce you with some spearmen, some archers, and an Eagle Claw bolt thrower. But that's pretty much all we can do for this turn, so let's end the turn and see how Safri responds to this. Of course, Safri is going to sally forth. This is a little bit outside the realm of what I want to show for fights, so let's just finish them off and see how that works. Gain me a level, though. Now, if we capture the Shrine of Azuran, which is our total thing, Confident Defender, a trait I've picked up, which gives me +2 leadership when defending, and increases my aura size while I'm defending. That's good. Let the games begin in the Tower of Lysaean. Good! Distract your people with brutish games. Crowds flock to the fighting pits and arenas to revel in the violence and forget their woes for a time. Gives us happy populace for 3 turns. Alright, it looks like Tirannok is looking towards taking on Kalidor's Repose as well. However, Chaplain Grimaldus, you had your orders. Carry them out.
I will lead the Asur.
And decisive victory for you. Of course, we're just going to occupy the city. Now, in this particular place, we are going to try and pick up... I thought it was Kalidor's Repose that gave us access to the dragon eggs? Oh, that's Angerial I'm looking at. I'm not even on Kalidor's Repose. Yes. Alright, so I'm paying full attention today. Let's go into the chaplain and see what we can give him. Well, you know what? Lion Guardian sounds like a good idea. He's an integral part of the community. I'm incredibly grateful to consider him a friend. So, him being a guardian will be awesome. And your next target, of course, is going to be Val's Anvil. Hopefully we can get there before another army is raised to defend against it. We're doing okay, essentially, on gold right now. Let's go into my stats here. I could take Malhandir, a great elven steed. It's one of the 2 options that I'm really tempted to take. We did take the Speed of Azuran, so I'm already faster. But you know what? I think I'm going to take Hard to Hit. Use that sword for more than just random slaughter and destruction. So let's see if I can get positioned on this island. I don't think that actually did it. Yeah, we're going to have to wait a couple of turns because I screwed up right there. Now, Sunshine, we're going to put you into encamp stance. Since we're going to have a couple of turns anyway, we are going to get you a couple of units of spearmen. Help bolster that front line you've got going on. They can be transferred out at a later time, of course. And I think that's going to do it for this turn. So let's see how Tirannok adjusts to everything. Of course, I've got a hero coming back down. Alright, so it seems Tirannok isn't at war with us, but that's okay. Chaplain, you're going to continue to head south. Try and engage Val's Anvil. And PC, you're going to go in and assault the units in Val's Anvil. See if we can reduce them slightly. And you succeeded. And you are precisely deadly. So, good on you there, PC. Alright, so I'm going to swing back around and hit the mainland again. course, the troops are slightly wounded, but that's okay.
We will endure.
That's pretty much all we can do for this turn. I mean, future, we want to capture these two territories, and then probably make peace with Safari. And they want to engage us again. But it was a close victory this time. We lost a unit of spearmen, and took some other damage. But with Sunshine having reinforced by this turn, when we engage, it'll be awesome. Now, I am bold. I get +2 charge bonus and +3 leadership. And we research trumpeters, making all of our soldiers slightly better. So what I want to do is set you back into march, or no stance, and have you engage. You're going to encircle the city. And then we are going to come in and join you in the assault. And of course, we'll go back down to PC, and he's going to continue to assault the units. Now, Val's Anvil, the city itself has a mage, several units of spearmen, and several light armored units of archers. You know, Chaplain, I don't think your forces can actually handle that right now. So we're going to jump you back into Caladar's Repose and try to reinforce you over the next few turns. You do have access to spearmen in place here, so we're going to increase your force by 1 full unit and see how that works. Let's go into our technology tree and see what we have access to now. We haven't used a lot of cavalry, and I doubt that we will for the foreseeable future, so we're just going to consider that a moot point for right now. However, militia training, point C masters, cartridge ammunition, and swift sense are going to be good. Great Eagles, when we get our Glade, are going to be incredibly awesome, along with the White Lions of Schrace. Eagle Claw bolt throwers. I don't know why I keep saying blot throwers. Yes, they throw ink blots. You know, what do you see in this ink blot? Anyway, we're probably going to go with militia training. We're going to be using a lot of spearmen, a lot of archers, and we have an unassigned skill point for PC himself. So, we cannot really upgrade these just yet. He's not going to be an assassin or doing any of this, but we're going to get him a barded Ithilmar steed, so now he is slightly faster. And I'm okay with that. As for the siege on the city here, we're going to engage, and it's definitely weighted in our favor. So you're just going to occupy that city, Sunshine. We're going to go into your stats. Don't want to put you on an Elven Steed yet because we aren't really using Illyrian Reavers, and that would switch your focus. However, if we give you Bowmaster, that'll increase the efficiency of your Lothern Seaguard. And I have gained Lord over the Asur, which makes sense for Tyrion. Now we could dedicate ourselves to one of the gods. Of course, each one of these gods is different within the lore of Warhammer 40, or Warhammer Fantasy. Azuran, the High Elven God, as in top of their pantheon. That'll increase our Phoenix Guard. Hoeth, Swordmaster units, of course. Val will increase our Dragon Princes. Kuranos, White Lions of Schrace. Isha, who is the mother of the elves, is Spearmen and Archers. She's our militia. All elves worship her. Ada Eoth. I think that's how you say it. Dragon units. I'm so tempted to do that because I love dragons, but I'm going to be a soldier in the middle of the fight, so we may not be using too many of them. Mathlan is the Lord of the Oceans, and if we grab that, could increase our Lothern Seaguard. That might be where we send Sunshine right there. And Hukon for chariots. I think we're going to go with either Isha or with Hoeth or with Azuran. You know what? We're going to be doing this as the Phoenix Guards, or the Phoenix Kings, I should say, Prime Army. So we are going to go with Azuran. Now, we are going to swap a few troops between these armies. Sunshine, you have valiantly added troops in. I am going to return to Ingerial for the time being, and then you are going to put out to sea. And we do have the Shrine of Azuran, which is going to be a big, big help. Does it allow us access to Phoenix Guard and everything yet? No, it does not. So we're just going to wait on that. We do have a little bit of money. Before I forget, though, we have to go in and set our province-wide mandate. I think it's a mandate. We'll go with that. Anyway, so back to Lothern. Now we do have our Elven Gardens, which is good. But the next big thing to come up is going to be 5,000 gold so we can build a grove and start getting White Lions and Great Eagles. Both of which are incredibly powerful units.
Can I offer assistance?
Now, Chaplain, since we did get some money from that, I'm going to boost the amount of soldiers you're getting by a little bit. Your archers are not going to have the same endurance as those with light armor, but that's okay for right now. I can deal with that. So that's going to be that turn down, guys, and we'll see what happens on the next turn. Now, if Safri pushes back, which it looks like they have done, we're going to be okay. Now, Yvres wants a defensive alliance. You know what? We're working with other elves. We don't want to fight. Alright, so that's the second quest. I can really talk today, guys, I assure you. My English is real good, like. So, for Sunfang, which is our legendary sword, Tyrion, son of Arathian, is the greatest warrior in Ulthuan. Some say the greatest warrior to have ever lived upon the Elven Island. For an elf, he is being of simple tastes and rare, straight talker who despises dressing up his words in needless confections and double meanings, unlike the princes that frequent the court of the Phoenix Throne. In Tyrion's mind, it's these dandy fools that will be their race's undoing. While they prance about court, furthering their own agendas, the vortex struggles and invasion is imminent. Tyrion quits the court in disgust and goes about mustering a force to repel the inevitable. So we have to maintain 31 units total, and we currently have 28. Well, marshalling our forces is not going to be that difficult. We are, of course, the High Elves, and we are beset on all sides. So Sunshine, there is a sea corpse over there. Is there anything in the inner sea that you can go collect? Looks like there is a remnants of a battle there. So you're going to swing around Angerial, and then you're going to head out to sea. And of course, Chaplain, you're getting prepped here.
Ready.
PC, we're going to have you assault those units again, which has leveled you up once again. And now you can get your 3rd level assault units. We're going to have you do that for a fair significant amount of time here.
We are the guardians of order.
Cannot wait to get certain things. And I gotta remember to click here. That's my bad, guys. I assure you, it's not the game. It's supposed to click, and then it allows you to go into these individual menus a little bit easier. But I never do, because I am stupid. After a fashion. Anyway, so with that taken care of, let's see if we can bring Safri to peace.
You abandon tradition and come crawling back here. Absurd.
Okay, so they have rejected it. Now we're going to use one of the Elven-only things for the High Elves. We're going to go to Intrigue at Court. We're going to find Safri on that list, and we're going to spend some of our influence to improve our relations. Gave us plus 20 between us and Safri. And it's an invitation to the War Council. Finnabar's War Council is not an official organization, more the Phoenix King's close associates that guide and advise on matters of war. To be invited to the council is a great honor, so engineer Safri's participation to Lothern to improve their relations. Again, my English real good like today. But that's going to start increasing our reputation with them, slowly at first. However, we can spend even more influence, and we're going to do a second shot of it, which is another invitation to the War Council. So, that is going to greatly improve our relations. It's going to drop us up 22, and it should keep going up for the foreseeable future. And as long as we don't have to take any more military actions against them, we should be fine. So let's end the turn and see where it goes from there.
I am the defender of Ulthuan.
So Illyrian is getting involved with us here. They're paying us for a defensive alliance, and you know what? I'm okay with that. Alright, so a hero has not moved. We're going to take care of that. We know it's PC. you're going to go in and assault the units again. And now you're going to get the 3rd rank of Secure Influence. So for this particular character, he's not going to be attached to an army. He's going to be kind of a scout and disruptor. Those are the 3 skills that I wanted him to have. Everything else from here on out is all going to be combat. So eventually he's going to get dropped into an army to start fighting. Now, Chaplain Grimaldus, I know there is a Tyrannok army right there, and it kind of worries me. But we are not at war with them, but we don't have a non-invasion pact. We're going to increase your forces. Oh, maybe not. Looking at it, we only have a little bit of gold, and we're only bringing in a little bit per turn. So let's check out our diplomatic relations with Safari.
Your request?
We are still very unfriendly, but we are improving at a good rate per turn. Illyrian and Yvres like us, however. Avalorn's okay with us. It's improving with them too. So it doesn't really matter there. I just don't want to get into a war with on more than one front. So, looking at that, thinking about how it's going, Sunshine, you're going to come down and back up the good Chaplain while he goes to take on Calidor. And I'm going to go back into Angerial and start regenerating my own forces, just in case we have to go to war with Safari. I still remark every time I load this game up how beautiful it is. They've done an amazing job on the world map. Just amazing.
Lady of the Phoenix Court. On my way.
So Sunshine, you keep going down. And Chaplain Grimaldus, you're going to get set up to go into Calidor itself. PC, can't really afford to keep you there for too much longer. You're not going to be doing much. So we're going to go up towards Thai. What is our relations like with Tyrannok? They are improving ever so slightly.
Your presence sullies the Phoenix
We
Court.
can't actually offer them a non-aggression pact and hope for them to take it. We do have 4 influence. I do not know if it's enough to make Tyrannok like us enough. But we're going to drop 4 influence, give them a gift from the gods, and try and improve relations with them just a little bit.
Can I offer assistance?
Shield against the darkness.
Now, hopefully we don't have to go into war with the White Tower anymore. We'll end the turn there and see how it works out over the course of the other players' turns. And this is part of the reason why we have to be careful about who we steal influence from. Apparently there's a faction called the Abominations. But there should be dark elves on the northwestern side of the island. So I'm going to send PC all the way up there, and if we can spot them, we'll be good. Now, Chaplain, I want you to go slightly further in. You can't take a raiding stance as High Elves, but we're going to set you up as an ambush. If they do try to sally out, you will engage them. But for now, we're going to send Sunshine in to give you a hand. We could build a second trinket vendor, which would increase our income by 100 a turn. But that would cancel out our ability to make an elven embassy and, of course, the glittering tower. Or glittering lighthouse. So we're just going to end and see how it goes. And Chaplain Grimaldus, you have ambushed them, and it looks like a fairly balanced and even fight. So, we're going to go in and we're actually going to fight this one, guys. And we've seen this map a couple of times now. We're going to set up our spearmen as a single line up front. Again, a lot of people like to use their archers, but I don't like putting archers out in front, because then they have to run back behind your infantry, turn around. Doesn't really work out that well for me, or at least in my opinion. Now, Chaplain, you're going to be dead center of the army, and as soon as you are able to get into the fight, I want you in the fight. Alright, so, we don't know where the enemy is quite yet. But as soon as we crest this rise, I'm betting we're going to see them. So we're going to set up our troops. And by the way, guys, if you just hold spacebar down, it will show you where all your troops are moving. I'm going to slightly shift right. And we'll see how that works out. Fast forward quickly, just to let our troops get into position. And there are the Caledonian elves.
Archers, it will be done.
Let's get our spearmen down out front. Chaplain. I'm really expecting you, Chaplain, to go in and just start beating faces up. So we're going to pause real quick. We're going to make sure that our spearmen units are one-on-one with each of their spear units. And Chaplain, you see their prince? Go get him. Back to our regular speed. Our Lothern Seaguard have routed one unit of their archers. And our archers have routed the other unit of their archers. So if we can get their missile infantry off of the field, which is apparently happening in extreme values right now. Our Lothern Seaguard can just pop up and start shooting. Looks like the combat is fairly even in the middle. And we're going to change that now. Since our archers now have freedom to just start wailing into their spearmen, I think we're going to win fairly effectively. Chaplain, how's your fight in the center here going? Make sure you get into combat with their prince. You see that big axe of his? Have any of their archers started to rally? Yes, they have. Are they in range of our archers yet? Not entirely, but they are so weakened it doesn't really matter. And you can just see the prince of their forces and his health just go down. Chaplain, you are taking names right now. I mean, look at this. That big axe of yours, he's fighting you. You just spin in. No, don't back off, Chaplain. Get in there and kill him. Or, 7 or 8 of his soldiers per swing. Some of their archers have rallied, but they're down to 34, 29 respectively. And the other two are still fleeing. I think they've been completely crushed. Just speed it up to see how this starts to play out. One unit of their spearmen is almost completely destroyed, so we're going to swap our archers over to a different unit. And congratulations, Chaplain! You have routed the enemy prince, so you're going to get involved with just that spearman unit and start racking up some kills for you, see if we can get you some experience. The enemy is starting to rout. Congratulations, Chaplain Grimaldus. You went into battle for the first time. We don't want to chase these elves down. They are high elves. Eventually they will filter back through the population, and when we control all of Ulthuan, they will be our people again. A very decisive victory. We lost relatively few soldiers, and even their prince got decimated. So that was a successful ambush, Chaplain. That is a rather large army.
I will weigh what you have to say and the merit of your actions.
And Yvres, of course, wants us to join war against the pirates of Sartosa. They are not elves. We will join that war. And perhaps give Sunshine something to do, besides just go around and pick up all the corpses and wrecked boats and all that stuff that's in the water. Alright, so we used a lot of our influence, so we cannot do any of these. However, we are in a situation right now where our public happiness is incredibly good, so we're going to sow dissent, gain that influence. Yes, it's going to hurt our public order, but for the amount of time that it's there, it's not going to matter. 5 turns, none of our settlements will rebel in 5 turns. So let's go to the good Chaplain himself and level you up. So the first thing that we have to look at here is what you were doing. And of course you were right in the middle of combat. let's make you harder to hit. You'll take less damage and you'll be able to throw out more. And of course, Sunshine is going to keep moving towards you, and your army is going to go back to an ambush stance. If anything does happen, hopefully Sunshine will be able to get involved. But we want you to siege that tower and take over Val's Anvil. And we have 1,500 gold. It's not quite enough for anything that we really want to do here. We can't do that until we get 5,000, which is going to be okay. Now let's check out our diplomacy with the other elves on the island. Yvresse likes us, but not enough to confederate them yet. Same with Illyrian. Safari is still improving, but we're still very unfriendly with them. So for the time being, that's all we can really do. Now we could go in and perform the Rite of Val, which would give us Val's Hammer during siege battles. Given that we are about to fight for Val's Anvil, we could do that, but it's only a 10-turn duration, so we're going to hold off until we actually begin the siege. So let's end the turn and see what the other elves have to do. And Kalidor's decided to come back out again. We're going to go back in and fight again. Chaplain has to be a slight bit more careful this time. He's slightly hurt, but we're going to fight this since we have a chance to actually lose this. I like having my Lothern Seaguard down here on the left. Perhaps next level we will give Chaplain a rank in leadership. But for right now, we're just going to get engaged. So we know that the hostile forces are going to be coming up over that rise very shortly. So we're just going to get our troops into position to start shooting them. They replenish their numbers fairly quickly, and they have some Lothern Seaguard this time. Alright, you can start shooting those archers. You can start shooting those archers. We're going to pause really quickly here. And once again, we're going to send our troops into one-on-one fights and try to win off that way. Now, Chaplain, if you are able to end their lord this time, that would be incredible. So we're just going to speed up a little bit to get this fight fully involved. Doing a little bit of shuffling, trying to overwhelm that flank, but it's not going to work. Alright, we'll go back to regular speed. So as soon as these archers are defeated, our Lothern Seaguard are going to start shooting there. We're going to swap our archers over to their Lothern Seaguard. Chaplain, how are you doing inside this fight? Alright, so Chaplain's doing his thing in the middle there. Of course, our archers we want on their Lothern Seaguard. Kind of reversed that a tiny bit. I accidentally kept my Lothern Seaguard selected. Now, if we can break the enemy lord, he is fleeing. If you can take him out, Chaplain. Alright, it appears that their lord is going to get out of this once again. Unless our archers can somehow plug him. And this unit of spearmen is really holding their own. They're engaged with twice their number, but still fighting strong. I'm not too worried about the center. Chaplain Grimaldus is in there, and he is doing a lot of work. And even a tired chaplain is still Chaplain Grimaldus. It appears their lord has rallied. Okay, we are going to come over here, across the battle line. We're going to move our spear guard just slightly forward. We're going to see if we can nail their troops. And it looks like their hero, their lord, is trying to do something a little despicable. And that's get involved with a fight over here. Now we've broken through with their spearmen. So we're going to let these spearmen here break from the main fight and charge towards their archers. Disrupt them a little bit. And now their Lothern Sea Guard cannot shoot anymore. We lost a few of our own Lothern Sea Guard to arrow fire, which is unfortunate. Alright, Chaplain, since their lord is a coward and is retreating again, you can just go to town on that. It's incredibly sad, this fight. Not for the fact that we are winning, but for the fact that it had to happen at all. And their lord has rallied again. I think he's wanting to try and pull a victory out of this, but he is not really looking at this realistically. Another unit of spearmen is routing, and it looks like his lord has finally decided that this is not the place to be. Alright, Chaplain, you and your troops there. Well, we have our victory. So we're going to end the battle. Again, I don't want to slaughter too many elves. I know there's a lot of people out there that are like, well, they're going to fight against you later. They're still elves, guys. That'd be like the 2-3 having a civil war. I don't even want to think about that.
My strength is rewarded.
And Kothig is going to war with Scalings, I believe they're called. They're Norsemen. It's not entirely a good thing, but... Alright, so we got our militia training. We're going to take care of our research first. I'm going to grab cartridge ammunition, because as soon as I'm able to build Eagle Claws, I'm building Eagle Claws. Now, Chaplain, you've been doing an incredible amount of work there. And because of that, you are now going to inspire all of the soldiers around you. Your forces are a little bit beat up, but Sunshine is coming in with some Lothern Sea Guard and some archers to assist you. Let's quickly look at our diplomacy. Yvres is still improving. Illyrian's improving. And Safari is finally very unfriendly, which is better than them hating us. I don't know if we have access to any other cool types of heroes yet. We do not. We need to have either an archive or a grand repository to start recruiting other types of heroes. And I really, really, really want to get that glade. Again, click, Dre, click. So I need 5,000 gold for us to start building that glade. That said, however, we do have the money, and it is going to be applicable. We're going to perform the rite of Vol. This is going to give us some abilities and everything inside of battle. Now, I've been waiting for this forever. The Reaver Bow. It is one of the better missile weapons that you're going to find early on in a campaign. And Sunshine, you've been using a melee weapon forever. Well, now, you're going to have a Reaver Bow. You're actually going to be an archer. I'm really happy about that. However, since you don't directly get into combat that often, I want to see if we can give the Lore Master's Cloak, which gives magic resistance, defense, and magic resistance base. Ones and affects allies and self. The other one. Anyway, you're going to get a Lore Master's Cloak. I can't give you the Radiant Gem, unfortunately. Can we give you anything else in here? Nope. Alright, so Chaplain, that's your setup there. We're going to give you a couple of items. And you're going to go siege Falls Anvil. Now, it looks overwhelming, and it partially is. You're going to continue the siege.
My prowess is needed.
This could be an incredibly tough fight. However, we don't let our troops suffer. So, Sunshine is going to be in there to help you out. If they try to sally forth, all the better. If they don't, well, it's going to be a fun fight. Now, Sunshine, you are in a unique position. While Chaplain is sieging, he can't do much, but on our next turn, if we have some available gold, we might put you into an encamp stance and get you some more soldiers. Now, that's where the Pirates of Saratosa are from. Doesn't hurt. I'm also slightly scanning the waters for things like this. The sea remnants. I don't know if Safri wants to go to war with us still or not.
What would you have of me?
If we can negotiate a peace treaty,
Impossible.
which they rejected this turn, so what we'll do is we'll go into our intrigue at court. We'll go to Safri, and we'll improve our relations again. Another invitation to the War Council. I'm going to hit it twice, just to make sure it starts going along ways. And if we can get peace with them and of course, the White Tower of Hoeth, the magical receptacle of all Ulthuan, I can start going out and doing other things. Now, I don't want to get Procrastinator on me, so I'm going to move down here, and if they move to Assault and Jerial, I'll move back up. Alright, so that's that turn, done and over with. Oh, yes, we have PC moving up north. That's why it was taking so long. Alright, they have decided to sally forth. So, Chaplain, you're going to be joined by Sunshine, and we are going to fight this out. They're going to be decent for us. They have more reinforcements coming than we do, but I have absolute faith in our soldiers. So it looks like Sunshine's going to be coming from over there. The enemy reinforcements are going to be coming from way over there. These two bridges are what's going to be effectively the choke point. So we're going to set our spearmen up. Right like that. With our Lothern Sea Guard here. Our archers on this flank. And you're going to sit right in the middle. Start the battle. They do start a fair distance from us. They might try to go for here. Of course, Sunshine's army is just reinforcing gradually. The battle is going to be fairly ubiquitous until, I don't know if that's the right word, but it's a word that I like to use. It sounds funny. Alright, so Sunshine's forces are on the field. Sunshine, I need you to get here. And face that away. Your Lothern Sea Guard are going to be another group, and you're going to protect our flank. I don't think you'll get there in time to plug the gap entirely, but that's okay. And then we are going to have your archers set up here. We'll speed this up a little bit, hopefully get your troops in here. Don't think it's going to work out like that. So we're going to pause quickly. And I'm going to do something that I don't normally like to do. I'm going to give up a good position. I'm going to reset our spearmen to this side. Put our Lothern Sea Guard over here because they can fight in melee, if just. Your archers are going to come here. So it doesn't look too bad. It looks like a mess right now, but I assure you it'll get better. Sunshine, you're going to come in here. Your Lothern Sea Guard are going to join up with Chaplains. And then your archers are going to face this way. It shouldn't overlap too much. It actually is. Easiest way to do this is just to make sure you can see all the motion as is. Hold down space. Alright. Let's speed that up a lot and see if we can maneuver into position before anything really bad happens. Sunshine, we need you in this fight. Alright, our archers are a little bit far back here. Let's bring them up a little bit closer. But better yet, I'm pretty sure, if my camera wants to respond today, we can get you up here and possibly in range. If not, we're going to advance our spearmen across. And Grim, you're going to go with them. Put our archers in behind. And they have a monster. They have a moon dragon. The mid-level tier of dragon. That is going to hurt a lot. Sunshine, we need your forces over here yesterday. So we'll see how it goes. Alright. I want to get involved in this fight as quickly as possible. So let's start giving out our orders. This unit of spearmen, you're probably going to get caught up with the other things. But I want to get as many of my soldiers in this army into battle as possible so they can't be shot. Grim, as soon as that dragon lands, you're going to get involved. Sunshine, I need you to get out into the middle of that. And of course, the archers here need to move up fast. There are 2 units of Lothern Sea Guard. They have a fair bit coming from over there, and we're in a bit of a choke point. So what we're going to do is we're going to have you set up there, and this unit set up slightly behind you, and that is going to be your burden to bear. Normally I don't like suicidal charges, but they have a dragon right now, and I can't risk them just sitting there and shooting at us. Let's speed it up a little bit, see if our troops can get in position a little bit better. And the dragon isn't really moving yet. So, Grim, take out their leader. Now the dragon's moving. Is it going to drop into combat, or is it going to breathe on us? It's going to breathe, it looks like. Now, Grim, your archers should all be in range. I want you to focus on the dragon. And Grim, if that dragon lands, it's all yours. Now our Lothern Sea Guard are in combat, and we are not going to let those archers do a lot. So, our Archer Sea Guard are going to move there, and Grim's, one unit is going to go after those archers, and one is going to go after those archers. I'm not the best strategic mind in this game, guys. Alright, Chaplain, get that dragon. If we can kill that, everything else can become slightly easier. There's Sunshine's archers getting in on this. You can just start shooting that unit of spearmen. We are going to get charged in the flank, and it looks like the dragon's trying to withdraw. Alright, Chaplain. Do your thing, man. This is going to be a difficult fight no matter what we do, but I'm hoping the valor of Chaplain Grimaldus is going to be worth it. That dragon's getting closer. All of our archers back here. I want you to destroy that dragon. Throw as many arrows into it as you can. And it is really destroying our archers, but it should die here pretty quick if all of the archers keep shooting. It's routed. And there goes the dragon. Ooh, don't die, Chaplain. Don't die. Alright, so these Lothern Spear Guard are going to go to melee. I'm going to charge these guys in the rear. Come on, Chaplain, get out of there. While our archers are vulnerable, we do have some Lothern Sea Guard. We can still win this. Our Lothern Sea Guard just have to become our melee front. If our spearmen can rally, and Chaplain, of course, he is heavily wounded, but if he can get out of there, should be fine. course, they are chasing us away. Sunshine, draw steel, and go after that prince, who apparently has a really tough charge because he has a horse. Hopefully those guys will rally.
Understood.
They're using magic.
Attack!
If we can devastate their spearmen enough, hopefully our Lothern Sea Guard don't die off too quickly. We outgun them, but we do not outnumber them anymore.
Orders received.
Enemy magic.
Where is their mage? With that spear unit down, all our archers can focus on that mage. Come on, Sunshine, finish him off. Don't get knocked down. Finish him. Finish him. Or at least break him. Alright, he is broken. He's going to outrange you. So I want you to go back to your bow. But I don't think we're going to win this one. The morale on our spearmen is very low. We've lost units of Lothern Spear Guard who died bravely. Still 50-50 on how it could go, though. If we can eliminate that noble and the mage that's in the center, we may just be able to pull this off.
Ever loyal. Now.
So Sunshine, get in with your archers. You guys focus on those spearmen. Unfortunately, Grim, I am withdrawing you. Cannot lose our very own Chaplain Grimaldus. That would be incredibly bad.
Archers.
Now, if we can just shoot them to death, it's going to be a tough fight. Come on, guys. Elves. Let's do this.
Without fail.
One set of our archers has used up all of its ammunition. But we did kill a dragon. I see a lot of routing banners, and I cannot tell if they are ours or theirs.
We will obey.
Seal!
Princess of Ulthuan! At once!
Orders received. As you say.
Princess of Ulthuan! For order! At your command!
I believe that's going to be the end of it there. Let's give a general withdrawal order. We want you guys to withdraw. All of you guys need to get out of there. We have lost this fight, which is going to hurt us. I mean, it never helps to lose a fight. But we can regroup and come back at it a little bit stronger. And our losses were on par. We have apparently fewer forces remaining. It's a valiant defeat.
Pull back, Asur.
Like I said, guys, not everything will go for us. I'm not the greatest player here, but I'm willing to admit my mistakes and accept my defeats as they come. I'm just paranoid about losing certain individuals within our army. I don't want to lose our incredibly good heroes, especially since they are 232 members.
Misguided.
So you're going to pull back. We did a lot of damage to them. A lot. And perhaps Tyrannok is going to be marching in for the fight.
Grace given form.
We don't really have the forces to maintain a siege. Unless we toss you into an encampment stance, but I don't want to do that.
Servant of the king.
Instead,
I never
what you guys started,
vigilant for it's about.
I will come and finish.
Loyal prince.
So, chap, I want you to go back to Lothern itself. Sunshine, you're going to go up to Angerial. A little bit of a setback, I know that. We are now making over 1,000 gold per turn. And we can upgrade the Shrine of Azurin. But that's probably a good place to stop right there, guys. I know, not a high note to end on, us losing a fight and everything. But you know what? A good general never loses. A great general learns from his losses. And I'm hoping to be a great general. I'm not, but I'm going to try. So, if you liked the video, guys, please consider hitting that like button. If you'd like to join the 232, possibly see your name pop up in this or other Let's Plays, just hit that subscribe button. And make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss when a new video comes up. And until next time, guys, remember, life is a game, so play to win. Take care.